So this is my lovely wife, who only has one sexy leg and not two.
Once upon a time, there was an amputee named Stefanina. This is my story. Before I was an amputee, I was an exercise enthusiast, backstreet biker, Aikido black belt, Taekwondo fighter, cardio junkie, and ninja mama. I saw you. Okay, maybe technically I wasn't a real ninja, but have you ever seen a pregnant lady kick a dummy in the head? Now you have. Note that I had not one, but 2 feet, and a complete ignorance of what the future held in store. Fast forward. Aww, isn't he cute? Naturally, I took my little bundle of mini ninja to the dojo as soon as possible. It's never too early to teach the rising generation how to kick people in the head. I've been doing martial arts since high school and have never had pain in my feet, despite the physical intensity, with one notable exception. I could take break falls, kick things, and have all sorts of other fun, but running in a circle was a different matter. If the laps were tight, fast, and counterclockwise, I'd sprain my ankle. Since a full sprint was my speed of choice, it got annoying fast. So I did the sensible thing. I ran the opposite direction. Like I always say, it's better to look dumb than to be dumb. So about that baby. Yes, the really cute, innocent-looking one. Turns out he's as innocent as he looks. But his birth did meet my deductible, a small but life-changing detail that would have tragic consequences. You see, I'm not just a black belt. I'm a penny-pinching black belt. I didn't want to pay a doctor's bill over something as easily avoidable as running laps the wrong direction, especially when that was the only aspect of my life being affected and I wasn't in pain. When Mr. Snuggles came along and met my deductible, I realized I could see a podiatrist without having to pay a big bill. I really shot myself in the foot with all that penny pinching. Sort of literally. I figured a pair of arch supports was probably all I needed. What do you think? Yeah? Okay, I'll give it a go. I'm sure it's nothing serious. Even though I don't wear shoes on martial arts mats, supporting my feet the rest of the time would hopefully carry over to Taekwondo warm-ups. Tired of accepting defeat, or rather, defoot, I googled podiatrists in my area.
You're right, kitty. 4.9 stars ain't bad. With reviews like that, they've got to be good. Yes, hello. I'd like to make an appointment.
It was such a simple, easy, and logical thing to do. How could it possibly backfire? Spoiler alert! The doctor didn't give me arch supports, and the problem was more complicated than I'd assumed. X-rays of my left foot showed a calcaneal-navicular coalition. Try saying that 5 times fast. Translated into normal people talk, 2 bones had joined together since birth. Specifically, the navicular and the calcaneus. Who sells bone socks without calcaneus? Buy bone socks, I said. It'll be cool, I said. So much for that idea. In case your socks are missing the largest bone in the foot, allow me to introduce the calcaneus, aka the heel bone. And over yonder in the middle of the foot is the navicular. and now you know. Our bones can move because they're just that, bones, plural, not singular, having multiple segments with a joint in the middle acting as a hinge allows for a wider range of motion. But what if two bones were essentially smushed together, fused into a single piece? Can you see how that affects the way the bones can move? Because of that lack of motion, soft tissue would take the strain whenever I would lean in for tight laps, resulting in a sprain. The doctor recommended surgery. 9 days later, with my month-old baby in my arms, I walked in for surgery, little guessing that his life and mine had just been irrevocably altered. He slept on in blissful ignorance. The problem with feet is that they're like really complicated jigsaw puzzles. There are so many interconnected pieces. If something goes wrong with one piece, it can have a domino effect.
I'll save the full story for a different day. Long story short, I never fully recovered. The more time that passed, the worse my foot got. I found a new team of surgeons who did everything in their power to help me, and still my foot continued to degenerate.
I had surgery after surgery after surgery after surgery after surgery. You get the idea. 2 years into my misadventure, my baby had become a toddler, and I'd completely lost the ability to walk. In April 2021, one last surgery was performed as a last-ditch effort to avoid what no one wanted to say out loud: amputation. Our efforts were unsuccessful. In July 2021, 2.5 years after my first foot surgery, my left foot was amputated below the knee. I'm at the hospital today. This is the hospital. My foot was broken. They had to take Mama's foot off. Mama's foot is off. Do you want to see? Yeah, see? There's my leg. Look. My foot is gone. Where'd it go? Come on, foot.
All done, foot.
Yeah, foot is all gone. But look, I still have this foot. I have one foot. Only one foot. You have 2 feet. 10 months later, I'm still adjusting to my new reality as an amputee.
That's the gist of what happened, so why haven't I told my story before? And why couldn't I respond to the messages of concerned friends over social media?
Or thank the generous people who came together on GoFundMe to help cover my hospital stay. My story has plot twists you haven't heard yet, including a major one that just arrived. A video about it will be coming soon, so subscribe and click the bell if you don't want to miss it.
For today, let's just say the bulk of my story has yet to be told. Not just because I like cliffhanger endings, which I totally do, but because the majority of my story has yet to be written. Most of my life is ahead of me. Now that I've got a super cool cyborg leg, my life will be full of adventures. You see, life's full of adventures, some of them fun, others not so much. But they're all part of our life story. Whatever you're going through, have hope. Look for the happy moments. If you can't find any, make them, trusting that more will follow. I'm Stefanina, and I hope you'll join me on my amputee adventures.